Test, test, test. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. What's going on, yo? What's going on? We got a few setups we're looking at now. Just bringing them back over here. As far as news today, well, let's go to this week. This week. There we go. As far as news today, yeah, this is the right day. This wasn't here yesterday, so this must have been a last minute thing that went down yesterday. That's why I was thrown off, because I was like, I did the Sunday chart analysis, and I know for certain I was saying that there was no news on Monday, but that must have been a last minute thing. But that's besides the point. Looking at today, though, we have nothing going on until later on tonight, 7:30 Australian news. We do have CPI for that popping off tonight, so make sure to keep that time in mind for those that like to trade the AUD pairs. Now, if y'all was in the live yesterday, y'all could have jumped trade with us. This thing did the same move or retested a respected 189.15 3 times yesterday, right? The answer was during the London session live yesterday. As well as we broke this down. There we go. And the Sunday chart analysis on Sunday. So make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis if you have not watched it already. So we're going to be looking for continued GJ sells, and then we're going to be looking for possible GU and GN buys. That's what we're looking at right now. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a second. You already know the drill. Make sure to go ahead and like the live as y'all hop up in here and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We just broke 3,000 subscribers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Sorry, let's hit 3,200. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today during New York session. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. Dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live stream if y'all have not watched it yet. Put that right there. New 15 just popped up. So GN's got some work to do, but we can't look for short-term buys here. We've taken buys here multiple times before. So if GN can hold 2050 as support, we can look for buys going to 2115. Now it's going to need to hold 2115 as support for the uptrend to continue to come into play. You can see last week we went for a nice buy on GN, but we failed to break that next level, and we kind of just rejected it and been chilling since. We're about to see how price plays out right here. We're also going to pay attention to GJ. As you can see, GJ still got a little bit of work to do. Excuse me, man. Had to turn my head, almost let that loose right in the mic. But you already know the drill. You guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When you can use charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal and free Telegram. You'll see on our screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Our new 5 minute just popped up. Let's see if we can hold this lower right here. Let's see if we can hold this level. Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it on G. I don't like how everything else is looking right now. We'll be paying attention to NAS too. but it took off a couple hours before London session, so we're going to be having to wait for retracement on NAS. But if y'all was in the London session live yesterday or watched the Sunday chart analysis, you could have jumped in on this as well because it did exactly what was talked about in the live yesterday also. So we're going to be looking for continued sells here. If NAS can hold 21,390 as resistance, we can look for continued sells. So we're either going to look for retest, retracement, or we're going to see if price can break the whole 21,200 as resistance and then look for continued sells there. over here muted talking to myself. So basically, I'll just talk about how all the other pairs we're just waiting for them to break or retest these levels. And we're just going to be paying attention to GN as of right now because it's the only one close and actually playing on a level we're looking for. Everything else we got alerts on, we're simply just going to wait for them to come to us. Right, like we was talking about before, we was looking at this NAS setup. You can see it consolidated all night, and then it took off right before London session. So we're either waiting for a retest, retracement, or for price to break the next level. So let's just go ahead and leave this right here. So again, we see that we broke the level. Right now, we're about to see if we can hold this as support because GN has been struggling to make his mind up for the past couple months, really. Right, we can see here it really started in the middle of January, right? We was catching nice buys, clear higher highs. And right here, price struggled for a couple weeks. Then we attempt to break this level, then rejected. And we see here for another 2 weeks, price struggled to break this level. And then ever since then, price has just been in consolidation, right? Which is why also we haven't really been trading it too much. We're trading other pairs due to that. We're going to see how this 5 minute plays out. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We're looking at charts. Drop them in the chat. You already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. Looks like GG is about to reattempt to try to break this level. G is holding as well too. So I like this. So if we can close like this, we might pull the trigger on this the next 15. Or we might see how this hour closes. It depends. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram is playmaker_way. TikTok's _playmakerway_. I post every day on both pages. Make sure to explore the playlist while you're watching here as well. Again, we're not just vibing to the music. Pay attention to how price is playing out and reacting to these levels. This is actual live trading. You don't just open up a computer and just hop into a trade all the time. You have to sometimes wait for price to come to you and for your setups and confirmations to be met. We'll try to get into stocks. Also, what do you think about Cash App for buying stocks? That's a great question. So, one thing I will say for those that don't know, Cash App has been allowing y'all and everybody to buy stocks for a long time. I want to say at least I've known about it since I want to say like either 2020 or 2021, if not earlier. But they also let you invest in Bitcoin on there as well, and it's completely safe because it's cash out, right? It's completely safe. One thing I would say though is they don't have everything on there, right? So they have a lot of stuff and a lot of options, but they don't have every single stock. Like some of the newer ones or the ones that aren't as popular or established aren't on there, but they have hundreds of stocks on there. Like for example, all the stocks I talk about in my videos, you can buy on Cash App. Right, so it's good to have them. Another good thing about it that I like to have on I have stocks on Cash App. Now, do I have my entire portfolio of stocks on Cash App? No, but I do have a nice portfolio on the Cash App. And a nice thing about having your money on Cash App is if you was to want to sell, you don't have to wait, X amount of business days or for these confirmations, this, that, and the third. You can literally sell that same day and it's in your account that same day. Now, of course, you can only sell and buy during market hours, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with Cash App. Like I said, I would have had my entire portfolio in my Cash App account, um, but I have plenty of stocks with Cash App. And you should definitely get into stocks. I'm actually dropping a video. I dropped a video on TikTok already, but it's dropping on Instagram today. One of those videos about why you should be investing long term. And I got a new stock video dropping later on today as well. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. I like how this is looking here. I might jump on this. I think everybody should invest into stocks, right? Like people want to argue with me about crypto, which I think they should, and that's cool. But stocks for sure, everybody should have stocks. Everybody should have something in something in some type of ETFs. Y'all should be working on building up y'all's portfolios. There's a bunch of different reasons for it. But give me 1 second because I'm typing something. I'm typing some trade ideas up. So give me a second. But if y'all got any other questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at charts, drop them in the chat. Yeah, but you'll be surprised what Cash App have available stock wise. They have all the popular stocks for the most part. They have a bunch of stocks that pay dividends as well on there. Like they have a bunch of stocks. So I got a video dropping. And the video I'm dropping today, not only are all the stocks available on all the, like of course Robinhood and other popular apps, but they're also available on Cash App as well. We talked about this level 2 yesterday. GJ is still struggling to break past this level. We're going to see what's going to happen today for us. Again, let me check my calculator really quick. So this is the last week of the month. Now that's important for a bunch of different reasons. So next month's going to be very interesting. Month 3 of the first quarter, month 3 of the year, but also, like I always talk about, the last week and the first week of the month. 1 second. There we go. That should be better. The last week and the first week of the month are typically the toughest months to trade. Now, tough doesn't mean impossible, right? Tough just means more difficult. And that's usually because that's when we have like all the reports coming out for, the performances on employment claims, employment rates, GDP, all that good stuff, right? So let's see if we got that. Yeah. So next week's gonna be interesting. But we'll get to that when we get to it. We gotta see after this week wraps up. And we just started this week. So yeah, for the downtrend, GJ is definitely gonna have to break past the whole 188.20 as resistance in order for the downtrend to continue. If we just go back down memory lane, every time we caught sells and the downtrend kicked in, it failed to hold this level, right? When we had this downtrend here, it was end of last year, November, October, December. We see it failed to break that level. We had the reversal. And then we got December going into January. It was going for sales again. And again, it failed to hold as a resistance. Now we're right back where we left off, going for around 3. So we're about to see if we can break and hold this level as resistance in order for the downtrend to continue. All right, y'all. We got similar sell setups here earlier at the beginning of the month, and we can see it also failed, like I was talking about, to hold this level as resistance. Let's see if it's going to be able to do that for us this week. New 5-minute just popped up. Right, y'all, like the power of investing is crazy. Like I'm making a video on this. I haven't posted this. Well, I posted it on one of my pages, but not my Instagram page. Y'all got. Let me send this to myself really quick. Give me 1 second. All right, because this is why investing is just so powerful, y'all. Let me see if I can find this. So I just gotta edit and mark stuff out. And this is something I bought on Cash App, by the way. Right. Again, it's my whole entire portfolio on Cash App. No, that's it. But I do have money. Especially if I just have money hanging in my Cash App, I just throw it into something. Especially if I don't plan on using my Cash App. Give me 1 second. Just gotta mark out the information. feel like there was one more ago. All right, cool. All right. So I was working on a video. All right, so those that's in the live stream, y'all gonna get a spoiler for today's video. All right, today's video is gonna be about stocks. I'm dropping today. It's gonna be a little bit different from the typical stock videos I drop. This one's gonna be strictly focused around stocks that pay high dividends, right? Now, before I talk about this, let me double check this is one of the ones that does do that. I think it is. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, sure is. Oh, they dropped. Oh, they are not sweet. Let me see this one. Up. So the thing about dividend yields is kind of just like, for those that's familiar with crypto, it's just like staking. It's a different name, different term. And just like the staking percentages change all the time, dividend yield percentages change as well. So this stock I'm about to show y'all, after it did what it did yesterday, they're gonna drop the percentage that they gave it for the dividend yield for the year, which they're not slick, but that's neither here nor there. That would have been a nice side to go for, but again, we don't chase trades. All right, so we're gonna replace NAS. Actually, no, I have it on my other chart. So we're going to. I think I have it. I do. All right. All right. So now, of course, do your own research. But this was one of the ones I'm talking about in the video. Right? Urge Investment Group. This is a real estate one. All right, cool. All right, this is a real estate. Do your own research. I'm not gonna talk about the details because I want y'all to research or jump down that rabbit hole. Right. I bought this on Friday. Because one, it just went back down to the lows, and then they respected the support levels at the lows and reversed back up. So depending on what happens next month and going into quarter two, we can see the uptrend come into play and potentially make our way back up to the highs to the left. But that's neither here nor there. I also bought this because it's cheap. It's literally at the time $10 a share, right? So for it being $10 a share, then plus give it a percent dividend yield, it was at 6%. It was at either 6 or 5%, but they dropped that to like 4%. It's a little bit higher than 4%, but they dropped it down yesterday after that thing gapped, right? We're going to a smaller time frame. We can see that thing gapped yesterday, right? So again, I bought it on Friday. The thing gapped, right? So the reason why I bought a bunch of this was because the dividend percentage was high, and then also the shares were low. So that means I could buy more shares but still get a high dividend percentage, but also meaning I'll make more because I have more shares. Now, again, I'm gonna be breaking that down in future videos, so I'm not trying to lose anybody here, right? But again, in a regular bank account, your money is not going to grow, right? But you put your money into a bond, ETF, high yield saving account, stocks, crypto, whatever, it is not longer stagnant. And if you know what you're doing and you put them into smart investments, there's a high likelihood of things growing, right? Most stocks, especially popular stocks, minimum 8, 10, 50% at the end of the year they increase, right? But let me show you all this real quick, right? Let me make sure I got all the information blocked out. Before we do that, let me make sure we're not. Oh, this is the wrong chart. Oops. I ain't trying to spoil the video for y'all, but that's just another pro of being in the live streams because you'll see a bunch of stuff everyone else don't get to see, right? So we can see that yesterday, this was a screenshot from yesterday. This thing went up 36%. You can see that I bought this when it was at $8.12 per share, currently at $10.87 per share. You can see that it did a 37% gain for the day. Out up 33%. Now, did I know that was going to gap? No, but again, I broke down my mindset for going for the stock. And you can also see in the news at the bottom that the reason that the thing also gapped and did what it did was because Apollo Phil's real estate gap with $1.5 billion bridge investment deal, adding $50 billion of AUM to his real estate portfolio, right? So again, these people are smart with their investments too. Why did they decide yesterday to pump that much money into this thing? Again, what do you hear people say all the time? Buy low, sell high. This thing just did a downtrend in the middle of a reversal, and depending on if it can break these next levels, we're about to see the uptrend come into play. So if I was going to put some money into something, that would have been the best place to put money at, right? Because again, we go into a smaller time frame. This was right underneath this level last week, and that gap just broke us all the way to the top right here, right? But again, if I just had that money chilling in my bank account, that thing would have for sure not went up 30% literally over the weekend, but definitely wouldn't have went up 30% at the end of the year just chilling in the bank account, right? Shit. And most people, that money would have been spent anyways, right? So you guys got to start budgeting and investing y'all's money. Again, I'm not saying put all your money into investments. I'm not saying put your gas money, your grocery bill money. It should be money that you can afford to put to the side, right? Because again, like I said, the videos I got lined up for y'all is going to change y'all's mindset when it comes to investing and stuff like that, right? But this was just a little preview of what I got in store for y'all, right? Because as those that's been following me, especially since last year, y'all hear me say all the time that this isn't just a trading strategy. What I teach is how to read the charts. It works on anything and everything. But this year, I'm about to show y'all. Like, I'm about to show y'all every single way possible that this ain't a game over here. All right. So markets are still taking a nap. Ain't nothing we can do about that. We got our alerts. We're still gonna be on the charts. We're just simply again waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure you hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal for your Telegram, y'all. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, the signal service, or mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description, y'all. Again, we just went absolutely crazy. Started off the week right. We're on like I can't remember. I think we're on like a 9 trade win streak, which is not bad at all. I'll see on the bottom of y'all screens how we did last month and how we ended last quarter. After this week, we're going to do the recap of how we did this month. But just a preview of how we're doing so far this month, because it does wrap up this weekend. We're 1-0 so far this week, went 2-0 last week. We went 4-0 the week before that. We did 3-0 the week before that. So we're on a 10 trade win streak. And then last month we went 17-3, giving us an 85% win rate. So we've been absolutely dominating the year so far, right? And then if you scroll to, I believe, if you scroll to January 6th, yep, you can see how we ended last year. Tallied up every month last year. You can fact check these months, everything. I didn't make these numbers up. You can confirm these if you want. It will take you some time, which is why I did it, but you can confirm this if you want. Very transparent over here. But this is how we ended last year, right? We went 181 wins, 23 losses, give us an 89% win rate for the entire year, not just for the month, not just for the quarter, but the entire year. And if you do the math, we averaged less than 2 losses per month last year, which is phenomenal. Like, I don't know other words to say, right? We caught a total of 326,550 pips. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the year, right? This is how we ended January. All wins and losses are posted. We do recap the week at the end of every week, recap the month at the end of every month, recap the quarter at the end of every quarter. You go to where it says subscribers, you scroll down to photos. There's over 1,000 photos and 3 years worth of receipts of screenshots of positions, screenshots of signals, as well as student results and testimonials. Like, we're just going to scroll for a little bit. You see, we're all the way at the beginning of 2024, and nothing has changed at all besides the year and the date. Members were still eating during this time. Nothing changed at all. Yeah, we really do this over here, y'all. We really do this over here. All right, let's go down 2023. Rip in peace this prop firm. Y'all remember this one? We ain't even going to bring up those bad memories, y'all. We ain't even going to bring up those bad memories. But yeah, that's how you know we've been doing this for a while. Because this prop firm, this thing had people pulling their hairs out back in the day when stuff went down. That went down. But yeah, y'all. Again, make sure you have y'all's noties on. Make sure to catch up on the videos. All playlists are up to date. All right. Yeah, we'll be back live tomorrow, London session 3 and EST.